Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Double Dash Motorsport Media YouTube channel. I hope you're doing well this Sunday evening. What a week it's been. It's been quite dramatic, hasn't it, out there in the world. But yeah, Sunday night, Lockdown 2 has well and truly begun. And we're here on the channel to do a little bit of iRacing tonight. Just a bit of casual stuff. Nothing too dramatic. Well, actually, no, it will be very dramatic because it's me doing iRacing and it'll be crashes ahoy. My name is Andrew, if this is your first time here. Great to have you on board, and I'm going to try and do something in a minute or in a second that hopefully won't fall over too much. As we fade the countdown music video out and switch to what is normally known as Comms camera. Hello everybody, hello, and yes, there's an elephant in the room and it's on my top lip. We are doing a November, ladies and gentlemen, the link to which is in the description below. There's some quite important reasons as to why I'm doing it, and please forgive it. It's 8 days old, so it's a little bit shabby at the moment, but give it another week, it'll improve. As I say, we're doing some iRacing tonight. We've got 3 races scheduled if I get my act together and do everything in the correct order. We're actually going to head across to the first of them now, which is going to be Ferrari GT3's, the fixed setup race around Silverstone Legacy. So it's the old Silverstone. It's before the days of the loop and the start line being the other side of the circuit. So I'm going to try and cut us across to the competing screen now, which has gone completely blank. That's good. I'll bring my face back. There it is. I might have to get rid of this halfway through. Halfway through the. In fact, that's why I know why, because we're still loading. So let's go back to that. I might have to get rid of the Comms camera whilst we're racing, because the computer's just not quite got enough CPU power tonight to run Comms camera and simulator, particularly with the legacy circuits. But yeah, Silverstone Legacy. It's been such a long time since I've driven Silverstone in this format. Obviously, you've got bridge corner back, which is wonderful. Let me try and just bring some game sounds in. Apologies if you can hear any slight buzzing. But yeah, I've had a little bit of practice, as ever with my gaming streams. I've done a little bit of practice, but nowhere near enough. So if you are here to, gain tips and see the best driving performances ever on iRacing, you have come to the wrong place. That will not be the case this evening. Are we now? Is it working? Shall we switch across? Yes, let's try that. It's still blank, still black screen. Let me pull that over there. Come on. Come on, Streamlabs. You can do this. There we go! I'm going to just go into practice and see how bad it is. All the details for getting in touch with us, you can see across the bottom there. Okay. At the moment, it's not running too badly. My CPU isn't going above 100%. So as I say, we've got a couple of races that we're going to do tonight. We're going to do this one. We're going to go back into rookies, because why not, for Mazdas, because they're around Okayama. And then, if we're not completely demoralised, we're going to go and do IMSA in the Corvette round Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. That didn't seem too bad. Qualifying coming up. I need to get my live timing up. There it is. For this race, I'm just the aim is don't bin it, which is questionable as to whether we're actually going to be able to do that or not. yeah, we will admit our iRacing at the moment is pretty shocking. We've not been having. I've not been able to just plug through races and get the iRating up. So we're just about trying to get the safety rating. The safety rating is almost at the point where we can get the next promotion. But yeah, that's about it for the moment. Sorry, computer systems at my end are being a little bit slow. What I like about this one is, of course, it's a fixed setup, so I don't have to worry about any of that business. Copy that link. Go. Right, we're just gonna go out and do a lap. If the comms box camera feed freezes at any one point, apologies. Hopefully it won't freeze on me pulling a stupid face. Slight judder there on my screen. In fact, I am going to get rid of the comms box camera. Apologies, guys. There you go. Just makes my main monitor run a little bit smoother. Cold tyres and brakes, that's an off track. Lol. Nearly lost it there. We were in a practice session earlier, and we did have some familiar names in it, including a certain M. Isherwood. If you've been watching any of our iRacing Club 100 and BUKC Legends series, you'll know. I was about 3 seconds off the pace from Matt. Which is not bad for me. Oh, revving the car too high, doing exactly the same thing that I did throughout all of WTF1 GP. First drove this car. Just going to try and get a banker in first of all. Ah, tyres, come on. Not really got a look at temperature at the moment. Whoa, she's sliding, held it. Through club, which I've been having problems with. It's going to be like a 53, I think. Deep into the Abbey chicane there. But we're going to get a lap time in. That's okay. Oh, block shift initially on the way down. That didn't help me. What was that? 152.5. Whoa, easy girl. Nearly lost the back end there. Oh, I did lose the back end. Still up at the moment. So what was that? 152.5, which is currently going to stick me towards the back end of the grid. Trying to keep it there in third gear. That's alright. Oh, a little bit deep. Where are we going there? That was a bit of a crap line through club. Ooh, had a go at throwing it away on the last corner. Or the last but one. It's going to be an okay lap. 151.1.
There's the flag. It's over.
Well, I always like that, even though we've not had much practice. Going and doing the fastest lap that I've done so far in qualifying. What are we? We're about a second and a half off where the top guys are running. I need to pull up my timing screen. I think that's put us 8th. I think that's put us in an 8th place grid slot. Yep, there we go. It's not too bad. Not too bad. And we're 11th seed in this lobby, so that's where we would expect to be, in 11th place, so a little bit higher than that. Right, I'm going to try and do some of the link sharing on a different laptop. Bear with me for 1 second. If you're watching the stream back and you're enjoying it so far, why not give it a like, give the channel a subscribe as well. We're about 90 seconds away from the start of this race.
It's closed right now.
It's a 15-minute race. Just to check that I'm not talking complete cobblers there. I'm pretty sure it's a 15-minute race. So I think it turns out to be about 8 laps. 40 seconds to go before we go to formation lap. I'd like to get a top 10 in this race if we can. We're not going to expect anything more than that, to be honest. Sim's struggling a little bit at the moment. I think it is the legacy circuits. The legacy circuits for some reason at the moment. Not quite up to what my system wants to play with. Do you quite like the fixed setup in terms of how it feels? It's better than the baseline. I remember the first time trying to drive this car around here ahead of the WTF1 endurance race. I really struggled. Granted, that was a lot earlier on in the time with iRacing. Got a little bit more used to the braking system now. Trying to develop myself a little bit of a gap.
Catch 7, car. Catch 7, car.
He's very keen for me to catch the 7 car, considering we're still halfway around the lap.
Catch 7, car.
Whoa. Maybe that's why 7 went over to the other side of the circuit. Things a little bit jerky.
About to go green, stay focused.
Pace car is off then.
Pace car is off, time to do your job. Green flag, green flag.
Not really sure what people were doing there.
Car right.
Someone's trying to fly it down the inside. We're clear of Cop's corner then. Good start. Steady start. I think we're up to 6th place. Rears really struggle through there when they're cold. Tyres in general at the moment struggling a little bit. Oh, as we come into the graphics heavy bit of the circuit. I think I need to turn the level of detail down for the legacy circuit. Oh, there we go. A little bit of a squirm. It is when we come through this section. A big, huge crowd here at Silverstone back in 2008. We just struggled a little bit. But we're through lap 1. Oh, that's a missed gear change, and I'm now going to get overtaken into Cops Corner.
Car right. Clear, car right. Go on the left. Clear.
Get on with it, buddy.
Car on your left. Clear.
Gone for a massive send.
Car right. Clear on the right.
Turn in, turn in, turn in, turn in. Thank you. Oh, it is through this part of the circuit, yeah. I've had this problem with Daytona Legacy Circuits before as well. Is that someone coming out the pits? Yes, that is someone coming out the pits. He's had some form of incident.
Slow car ahead. Go right.
Careful, whoa, 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 whoa! Where do you think you're going, son?
Car on your left. Stay on the right. Keep to the right. Clear. Left side.
Give him
Still there.
space.
Clear
I'll have
on
the
the
inside line for the first bit of club. A little bit of a wobble again. This is back up to 6th place then. Oh, careful of that curve, Andrew. Whoa, back marker's practically stopped.
Car on your left. Still there.
That is one of those where back marker just needs to keep going.
Still there. Hold your line. Clear.
Right, don't stop, don't do anything unpredictable. Let me find my way past you. Ooh, understeer city.
Go left. The next car's the leader.
Whoa. Oh, we've got some bandits out, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh. We actually cut it into the corner. There's a first time for everything. So that's us up to 5th place now. Come through Luffield and Woodcote, and the protester screams, "No!"
You're in fifth.
That's wide. Brake too late then. Really struggling with understeer through maggots there. Guys behind me are quicker. I'm not going to fight them too much, because I would quite like a nice result. Really need to be going down its first down route. Oh, I've been hit. That's by the guy behind. Hopefully that's not too bad. Come on, game. How do you give me a 4 incident point count for that?
Left side. Keep to the right. Clear.
This has put us down to 10th place. Bit better that time.
Car on your left. Clear. Car stopped ahead. You got a slow car on the left.
It's Joel who's gone off again. Three and a half minutes to go then.
Right side. Clear.
That was silly of me. Dirt on the tyres now for the next couple of corners. Back marker, be sensible, mate. Don't dive on me. Someone's been punted. 2 people have been punted.
Right side, you're on the left, 3 wide, clear all around.
This is back up to 9th then, into the top half.
You're in the top 10.
I reckon this may be the last lap. We've got about 90 seconds to go. Back end's going to step out again.
White flag, stay smooth.
Oh, we're on the last lap now. Okay.
Go left. Car right. Clear. Right side. Keep to the left. Clear.
Joel needs to be a lot more careful with how he rejoins the circuit.
You got a slow car on the right.
Because he does just meander back onto the racing line as if nobody's there. That's at least 2 times he's done that in this race now. Easy. Well, it's a top 10, and we did say we wanted the top 10 at the end of the race. A bit disappointing considering we were up in like 4th place at one stage.
There's the flag.
We would have had a cleaner race as well had it not been for the guy who
You did really well.
rambers up the backside and others who don't know how to regain and rejoin on the circuit. There we go. What happened? I'm going to have a look back at that instant. And what lap was it on? At least the fellas apologised for it. So what actually happened? So wasn't on that lap. Nah, I'm not going to report you, Rob. What position were we at? This is when we were 10th. What position were we in? That's when we were 5th. Okay, so it must have been just after this then. When we got punted. Oh, he's overshot. He's overshot. Oh, wow. No, it wasn't Neil then. Yeah, it was Rob. Oh, yeah. Joel's moved across on him. Massively moved across him, which has probably caught him out. And then I've just been innocent bystander and... yeah. Frustrating. Right. Good evening, Mr. Whitehouse. Only 10th drive quicker. I wish I could, mate. I wish I could. That's the problem. We're really slow. Right, let me just do that. And that's going to give you a blank screen at the moment because I'm not organised and I haven't brought DroidCam back into the situation. Bing, 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 bing. There we go. Right, let's try and get ourselves into the next race now. I hope I've not missed it. It should be Mazda's. I think it's at 10 o'clock, which, yeah, 9:52 will be fine for getting into this one. 4 of you watching at the moment, thank you very much. Thank you for joining this evening. Hope you've had a good weekend. And I hope that your week ahead is not looking like it's going to be too stressful. The other option is doing advanced Mazdas at Imola, but I think it's going to be too tight on time before we're due to go into the IMSA race. So we're going to do the rookies one instead, which could produce all levels of hilarity. What kind of score did we get for that last race? 35 points in the championship for it. I doubt the iRacing will have gone up much with that. If you did enjoy that race, though, it's worth a subscribe. Click that subscribe button. We are just short of 300 subs at the moment, so if we could get that tonight, that would be fantastic. Bear with. iRacing user interface has been really slow for me the last couple of days. I'm not quite sure why. I should give out some thank yous as well, because we have had a number of new subs. So thank you very much to Loopy Racing for joining in. Interstellar Dweller, who was watching on Tuesday night with the Fun League with the Club 100 boys on Gran Turismo Sports, which we'll be having again this Tuesday. Some Random Squid has subscribed as well, so thank you to all of those guys for subscribing to the channel. So yes, Okayama next up for the Mazdas. It's a circuit that we know fairly well. It's a regular on the Mazda's lineup. Sorry if you can hear an echo, by the way. Let me just turn that down a little bit. That's so I know my sound's working at the start of a stream. If you are just joining in and wondering, Andrew, what the heck is that on the top of your lip? We are doing Movember. Not very well, 8 days in. But there is a link in the description box below for donations for that. Pretty much 2 reasons why I'm doing it this year. Well, this year I've never done it before. But particularly this year, we haven't really talked about it much on the channel. And it's not like I've been trying to hide it or anything. And I can talk about it a little bit more calmly now because it's good news in a way. But whilst all of this pandemic-ness has been going on, one of the things that I've been dealing with is my dad having prostate cancer. He was diagnosed shortly before this all started. In fact, it was when BUKC were at PFI. That was the first day that we knew that something was up. I'll probably go into a more in-depth run-through of what it's been like, but the key bit has been we caught it early. So we have been able as a family to get him treated. He's had an operation. He's had the prostate out. He is now on the mend. But this is like kind of reason number one for doing Movember this year, because, you know, had it not been for the awareness already raised about prostate cancer and get checked if you think there's a problem, you know, what's the worst that can happen, even though it's an uncomfortable check for us blokes. It was so worth it. And I would reiterate that to anybody, particularly people my age. You know, your late 20s, your early 30s. Your dad starts to get a little bit cranky and a little bit, you know, old, and they don't like to be a bother to people. I've found this with several people who I've spoken to about this this kind of thing. That, oh yeah, my dad does that thing as well. But do plead with your dads or your uncles or whoever it is of that age to get checked if something's playing up. If it's nothing, it's nothing, and you move on. But if it's something, then you can get it checked out. There is a second reason as well, because of course Movember very much works for many aspects of men's health, and the other one has been mental health, because this has been really tough for myself for the main part of whilst all this pandemic's been going on. I've not been able to feel like I can do stuff. So, you know, I wanted to have done as much as I can with Dad's prostate cancer and helping out, and I've simply not been able to, and that's actually been the hardest bit. That's been really tough, and I'm not ashamed to say there's been some days over this pandemic where I have really struggled. There's other factors into it as well, which I'm probably not privy to talk about. Maybe I'll talk about them some other day. But yeah, those are kind of the main two reasons that I'm doing Movember this year. One, for my dad, who, as I say, is now on the mend. And two, for general men's mental health, especially during this pandemic. I know I'm not the only one to have struggled. So yeah, so the link's down below for the donation page. If you can share anything, that would be fantastic. I'm just going to check that I have actually registered for a race here, and I've not just registered for a random practice session. We're about 2 minutes off the start of this one. This could be absolutely crazy, by the way. I think we've registered for a race. We'll know in a couple of minutes' time. Did the iRacing go up at all in that last race? Probably not, because we finished directly in the middle of the pack as we were yeeted off the road in the GT3 Ferraris. Safety rating's got up, so we're up to 2.98. Oh, we gained a whole 1 point on the iRacing. A whole 1 point. Oh, Streamlabs is shouting at Mr. Whitehouse. Apologies, David. I don't know what Streamlabs is getting all hepped up about there. Let's go back into game. I'm also going to close off Droid Cam. Good evening, Mr. Hicks, as well. He says, Forza Mathesini, thank you very much, mate. So say he is on the mend. So back in the Mazda then. Not done Okayama for a while. It's the short circuit. Oh, why is she struggling with this? That was a very short practice session. Let's get into the race then. Keep your comments coming in. If you can share the stream as well, that would be fantastic. Upcoming on the channel, obviously on Tuesday night, we have the next of our Gran Turismo sports streams with some of the guys from Club 100 and BUKC. I have no idea where we're racing because, as ever, I have not prepared or practiced or any of that description. So if you want to tune in for someone being at the back, that is just the stream for you. If you want to tune in for someone who's not at the back, 18th of November, the fifth and final round of our Legends of Club 100 and BUKC iRacing series in the MX5's. It'll be around Interlagos. It'll be good fun, and we'll have a champion crowned at the end of it all as well. So do stick about for that one. Do make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. All the details for the social medias down below. Right. Let's try and get a little quick bit of practice in around here at Okayama. The former host of the Pacific Grand Prix, which is a fact that when I realised that the other day, I was really upset that I didn't state in the when we held the test event here. It's the very first one of the live events that we held. We are ranked number 2 in this lobby that we've been placed in. Pressure.
Left side. Clear on the left.
Quick bit of practice over. Ooh, what are you doing?
Practice is over. Head on in.
Do I be that guy and put the racing line on? I could be, you know. No, let's just do this. 1:03 is my record round here. I don't think we're going to get anywhere near that today. What are you doing, Andrew?
Green flag, green flag. Okay, here comes your first time lap.
That was pretty terrible. Oh, we're wide. Very wide. To give me an off track for that. Lost a lot of time out the final corner there.
One more lap.
That was a bit better. Oh, he's balls that up. That was terrible.
Checkered flag, checkered flag.
Row two of the grid there. On the lone qualifying. Oh dear, look at that. Awful. Row 3 of the grid now. Yeah, a little bit off the pace. Oh, and right slap bang in Bandit City as well. So, expect us to be pummeled up the rear, to pardon my French, into turn 1. Uh, 15-lap race. So yeah, it's going to be about 50 minutes. Keep tuned if you're waiting for the Corvette. The Corvette will be cracked out later for much the wobble round Circuit Shield Villeneuve tonight, Montreal, home of the Canadian Grand Prix, for a 45-minute race. That's our highlight here on Double Dash Motorsport Media's YouTube channel tonight. We've got quite a while to go until qualifying starts again. Qualifying ends, I should say. 6 of you watching at the moment. Thank you very much for tuning in. The IMSA race is due to start around 22:45. So just over half an hour's time. As we mentioned earlier, more content coming onto the channel through November, especially now we're in lockdown 2.0 and we won't be having any live on-site commentaries. Unfortunately, we are done for the year. It would seem. We have had some news regards BUKC. We are still going to have a 5-round series, or five event series in terms of meetings, 10 rounds in all. But they're all going to be next year now, starting off with Buckmore Park, which is the day before my 30th birthday, the 28th of January. In fact, let me try and find where the BUKC calendar for next year is. No, I don't want the alumni group. No. Don't you just hate it when technology tries to be more clever than you? And it's not. 2 minutes until this qualifying session ends. I think pretty much everyone has qualified already. But yeah, no event at Wilton Mill next week. Well, Wilton Mill, I think, has actually temporarily closed down its operations whilst this second lockdown period is happening. I now can't find the link where it's talked about the calendar. What I will talk about, I'll give a shout out to our friends over at Rich T Racing, James Derrick and James Johnston. They are also doing something for Movember at the end of the month, the iRace for Movember. They've got together with Apex Racing TV. We will have a DDMM team at least in for that one. We may have more than one team. Yes, we will definitely have at least one team, which will be myself and Andrew Ward. Andrew Ward will be carrying me for as much of the race as we're allowed for him to carry me with. We've gone for the GTE class. I don't know whether it's because we just want to subject ourselves to being sent to the realm by LMP2s. I don't know, but that is what we've done. It's mainly because I have no experience in the P2s, and I think that would just be dangerous to let me out in anything quicker than a GTE. But yeah, that's on the very last weekend of November. And if you want to get involved, head to http://vectorly.com/iRace for November. In fact, I'm going to put a link in the chat. Try that out for size. And yeah, we're going to be involved in that. It's £15 entry for the race. All proceeds going to charity. 2 November. Hicks says, if I'm home, I look forward to sending you to the realm Porsche Curves. Well, at least Porsche Curves is near the pit lane. There are worse places you could send me. Tete Rouge is one of them. There's a very long way to tow from. Right, so we're starting 5th on the grid for this one. $15 laps, as we say. No, I'm not going to tell the chat that we're streaming. Where am I? 6k revs for the start and dump it. Rocket start guaranteed. I'm going to trust you. That's 6k revs. If it doesn't go well, I'm blaming you, Hicksy. I am about to show myself up here and not knowing how to actually do a start properly. When's this race actually starting?
Green, green, green.
That wasn't the rocket start we were looking for. But we're away. Round turn 1, we haven't died.
Right side. Stay on the left. Still there.
And
Clear.
you just turned in on me, mate.
Car right.
There's not really
Clear.
much I could have done there. Well, we've been severely crunched, but I think we're okay. Oh, someone's gone to space. Oh, returning's not quite what it was. It's just lag. It's lag sending into space. Apologies if the stream's a little bit jittery, because it is on my screen. That's one of the reasons why we're driving like complete poo. One of these days I might actually trouble an apex.
Slow car ahead. Car stopped ahead. Car stopped on the left. Go right. The next car's the leader.
There's someone being a Piddington on the last corner. That's the end of lap 3 then.
Left side. Clear. Car on your left. Stay on the right. Clear.
We did an overtake. And that's got us back up to 6th place now. Oh, guy behind sent himself. We'll turn down the graphics for this next race because I'm going to feel sick by the end of this. How the heck? Did I just get a contact for absolutely nothing?
Ten to go. This time by. You're back in 5th.
Not quite sure what happened there. Oh, the lag. Ooh, that's a bit wide. Halfway through the race then. We're just trying to hold on to 5th at the moment. So we're dealing with a couple of issues.
Right side. Still there, hold your line. Stay on the left. Clear.
Goodness, nearly outbraked myself then.
Slow car ahead. Car stop on the left. Car stop on the left. Car stop ahead.
Who's
Go
died?
right. Go right.
Oh, it was a back marker. That's a shame. We gained nothing out of that. On we go then to...
You got 5 laps to go. You're back in 5th.
So yeah, 5 laps to go. This is lap 11 that we're on now. Sorry, I got confused by my own timing screen then, because the leaders were already on lap 11. Some people are falling out of this race. Where are we now? No, we're back down to 5th. My timing screen, at least for a little bit, put me up to 4th. Three laps to go then. We're holding the gap to the guy behind.
Let's go.
Whey, gravel.
White flag, one more lap to go.
We should get the safety rating up a little bit with that. Across the line we go. P5 for us in the end.
Alright, there's the checkered flag.
And
Great
before
job, you did really well.
we exit that, we're just going to give our graphics settings a bit of a once over. See what's too high at the moment. We're going to have to go into COVID mode here and basically make the grandstands empty. Or knock them down. Right. We'll give that a go. Yeah, I do need to map a button for clutch and not rely on auto clutch there. Right, let's get out of that. We'll bring back my my ugly face again. Fairly quiet race, that one. Not the most exciting if we're being honest. Bring us back to comms box camera. If you did enjoy that race, give the video a like, a subscribe, and all of that business. Right, let's get ourselves ready for the feature race of the night. And we are going to need to get into practice for this one as well. We've got about 15 minutes, I think, before we set off for the start. We've not had the result come in yet. Oh dear. Safety rating actually dropped in that one. Right, I'll just get everything set up. Where is our IMSA race? I'm going to have to do it through that bit of the UI. Bear with us 1 minute, everybody. So the IMSA races, this one, if we balls up qualifying, which the chances of happening are very, very high, we may start from the pit lane. It worked quite well last night. I had a race where, you just have two off tracks, pushing too hard, being a wazzock. Start from pit lane, and it works really well at Montreal because it's Montreal. It's really tight through sector 1, and you don't lose much out the pit lane because you just kind of go out and you merge into turn 2. So we'll get into this. We'll have to wait a bit for the system to load up. But yeah, Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. I really like this circuit. I've always liked this circuit. It's my kind of track because it's big braking zones. I mean, that is a little bit ironic me saying this because I am on the Logitech G29 standard pedals. I'm not getting load cell pedals yet. I don't think my skill warrants them yet, but we will one day, and actually be able to do things properly. But this circuit, yeah, obviously we had it earlier in the year for the Legends series as well. Produced a really good stream that night. But yeah, definitely chaotic through the first few corners. But yeah, 45 minutes will be the length of this race. Just to go back to Rich T's race. They currently have 9 spots available in LMP1. So they're doing LMP1s as well. I think they're doing it with the Audi R18. 7 for LMP2s, that's with the Dallara, and then 17 spots in GTE. And as I say, that's Vektorli, vektorli.com/iRace for November. We'll just put that comment in the chat once again. Do get involved, all for a good cause. All things being well, we will stream our perspective of it. It's a 6-hour race. We will stream our perspective of it on this channel. And then there'll be the broadcast of it as well. And say all proceeds going to November. There's a Discord set up for it as well. So that's on the 28th of November, starting at 12:50. Have they said which circuit? Oh, I'm guessing it's Le Mans. Yes, Le Mans. Right. Well, that's good in a way. There's plenty of opportunities around Le Mans to get overtaken properly and not be sent to the realm. How are we doing on the sim loading? 30%. Come on, get on with it. Get on with it. Once we do get into this race, this will be the last race of the evening. As we say, we'll be back on Tuesday around 9 o'clock for some more Gran Turismo Sport with the Club 100 team. I thought we did okay last week, considering that we'd had no practice and not really done much GT Sport for a while. I've just realised I'm back to front on here, aren't I? Let's turn that around. Boom! There we go. I'm no longer the wrong way round now. Talk amongst yourselves. The system is being quite slow tonight. Well, we did gain some iRacing there, but we lost some safety rating in that last race. There was I'm pretty sure there was at one point where I just randomly got a +4 for no reason. Not quite sure what that was about. But the Corvette, we're doing this next race in the Corvette. Is that Fisichella behind you? Close. It's actually Alexander Wirtz. But this is. Oh, there we go. This is part of the fever room. This is probably the nicest model that I've got, and even this is slightly broken because it's missing its roll bar T camera. But yes, I have quite a thing for 1998. I may be rose-tinted glasses with all of this, but I still say it's the best Formula One season that's ever occurred. In fact, we have above us. How many have we got now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We've got 10 in 143 of the 1998 grid. So actually the last team that I'm missing is Benetton, which I probably will get Fisichella because we've got Alex Wirtz in 118. But yeah, this is the part of the stream where we get really, really nerdy. Start bringing in the 143s. I quite like that one. That's a really underrated livery. Arrows, 1998. Boom. Look at that. But yes, we do need a cabinet though. We have maxed out the shelf. The shelf is pretty much full. Still waiting for the sim to load up. 57%. This is why I don't get to practice. I just spend my whole time waiting for the thing to load up. Which other ones can we show whilst we're doing it? Here's a Jacques Villeneuve. In that time when Williams were red. I was never quite sure about that. But there we go. His teammate was Heinz-Harald Frentzen. Here's the one that we really should show, because this was the very first one of Project 1998. I got this at Le Mans. I have a bit of one of my traditions at Le Mans. Especially on a year where I'm on the tribunes, because I quite like being to the tribunes. So if there's anyone new with me, I always say we should do tribunes. Whilst there's the big long gap, whilst they play every single national anthem of every single country involved in the race, because it's probably about the space of best part of 3 hours between the last support race and the start of the big one, or the start of the actual kind of formation lap and the things that you want to be on the tribunes for. And I always go and buy a model, and I always scope out the model shops, but definitely through Friday, which is always a day off. This is the very first one that we got. Mr. DC. And it was kind of from that point that we decided that we were going to do this thing that we call Project 1998, where we're trying to, over time, buy at least one of every team. I might go and buy the whole grid. So as I say, that was Le Mans 2015 that we first bought that model. So it's been going for a while. I will admit I slightly cheated this year. I cheated. Yes, I may have bought Minardi this year. During Le Mans week, I was, trying to make as much of the experience as possible, or the same as possible, as you probably saw with Dinner's in the oven, best headline ever. Yes. Was that 1999 when he flipped over and broke his roll bar? 77%. Eventually, this will actually load. But yeah, I bought Esteban Tuero because over the years I've been doing it, there's been two teams in particular that have been really hard to find. Minardi, and funnily enough, Stewart Fords. And I've finally found one, or spotted one, at Autosport at the start of the year. So there's Kevin's dad. It's a Jan Magnussen. I do quite want a Rubens Barrichello though, because I like Rubens. Rubens was always one of my favourites. 90% sim loaded. Some years we're not quite able to find Formula 1 cars, so we end up buying things like this at Le Mans. Important one, of course, year of birth, 1991, when Mazda won. Once we've got Projects 1998 now, this is a really nice camera angle, isn't it? We are also going to try and do, and this one might take me through to the day I'm no longer on this earth, First Le Mans. So we've started First Le Mans with that, the boat that was the Nissan, which, what do you say about that car? I remember that car even up to Le Mans week, and there was still kind of like a hope that it wouldn't be completely bobbins, and that they would get over the issues that they'd had through test day, and it'd be quicker than the LMP2s. And then I want to say it was Thursday night qualifying where it was like, no, come on, right? They really, oh no, they're not quick. They're not quick. I remember on the first Le Mans starting the game of Nissan Brake Roulette, which was trying to call. This is sat at Tête Rouge, trying to call as a Nissan would go by, would it come round again for another lap, or would it go into the pits for a brake discs change? Because that's one of the main problems that they had on that car, because they had no working hybrid. The foundation brakes of the car just did not work at all, and kept cooking themselves. So that was quite a good game. Fingers crossed this lobby will actually load. It's taken quite a while. It's stuck on 90%. I'm getting a little bit worried now because we're only 2 minutes away from the thing due to start. I really don't want this to be the way that we finish this one. Come on. What is holding us up? Why is it taking forever to load? This is the thing I find with the new user interface. It's good, but it's very CPU heavy. We will get thrown straight into being qualifying in this, which is not ideal. Not ideal at all. %, 98%. Come on, you can do it. 100%. Go. Load. Pull up on the screen. Deniz in the oven 1996. Yes, Argentina when he flipped the 40. Or did he flip the 40 or his engine set on fire? Quite spectacularly. Right. Let's pass back over to this. There's a black screen. Come on. Load up. I'm not actually going to practice because it took that long for the thing to load up. I'm just going to wait for 10:45. At the level that I'm at with my terrible iRacing, I don't tend to have P2s in my lobbies, which is a good thing in my book. Oh, we don't want to save the replay. So 45 minutes this race. There tends to be a fuel stop involved in there as well. Let me just turn droid cam off so we give ourselves a little bit of a chance for CPU. And now we wait again for possibly a long time. New podcast episodes should be coming up pretty soon. We've not quite had a chance to record one this weekend. It's again one of those things that even in lockdown there seems to still be too much going on. Obviously both mine and Howard's time is taken up a fair bit by the mortgage payer, which is a blessing of course to be in full-time employment during... Oh, sorry, I just clicked the microphone there. To be in full-time employment during these troubled times. We'll never forget that, of course. But yeah, does mean we don't have too much spare time at the moment. So bear with us on that one. It should be out in the next week or so. What have we got to talk about? We have got Club 100 Rye House to talk about, which, fingers crossed, was not the final round of the season, and that we'll get racing again in December for the scheduled round at Wilton Mill. We'll lose Bookmore Park, sadly, because it's in November. I think it was meant to be not this coming weekend, the weekend after. Because, yeah, next weekend was meant to be BUKC. The weekend after that, I think it was meant to be Bookmore Park. But yeah, we'll take a good review of Rye House and everything that's happened there. Hello to Mr. Michael Preston. Expecting a quality time in the 31s. You may expect one, Michael. I don't think you'll get it. Apologies in advance. If you get a qualifying time at all, we're doing well. We're doing well. You're about to see why I tend to commentate more than actually race. But great to have you on board, Michael. Hope you're having a good evening. Apologies, I've turned the droid cam off. It's why you're having to have the very interesting sides of the loading screen. What is the Corvette like to drive on iRacing? Imagine it's a bit of a brute. I've found it not too bad. If I compare it to the first time I jumped in the Ferrari, I got in tune-ish with it fairly quickly. Where I find it can be a bit boisterous is mid-corner, especially just as you maybe getting to your tightest point of steering. She liked to drift, and if you can catch the drift, that's fine. If you can't, that's trouble. Right, we are getting ready then to qualify. Let's head into it. Hopefully you can see me loud and hear things loud and clear. And we'll head into 2 laps of qualifying. As you can see, we have now gone full COVID spec here at Montreal because the grandstands have gone. That seems to be running a little bit smoother. Oh, I'd like some brake temperature, please. I'd still like some brake temperature, please. Oh. We are running a little bit of a bodged setup. We're running one that Wardy lent to us for a different circuit, and then I've played with the brake bias a little bit. Dumping it through the wall of champions.
Green, green, green.
Right, let's see what we can do.
Okay, here comes your first time lap.
Whey! Needed a bit more effort on the brakes to do that. Here's my nemesis corner. We haven't died. Stand first there to get it turned in. There's that mid-corner sliding. I think we got away with that one. Ooh, another little graze with the wall. we go. Actually got some temperature in the car now. It's feeling like an okay lap at the moment. Julien Bordick goes in, there's a 134.1. It is only GTEs in this race. Ooh, and a slight blocked gear shift there. So we're going to get a lap in. It's going to be about 37. Oh, we've gone deep. Too deep, too deep. That's balls that up. Oh, it didn't actually count me lap. Hey, behave yourself. So to make sure I got through that final chicane, where are we going to stick ourselves on the grid?
There's the flag. It's over.
I think we've gone about 13th. So we won't start from the grid, from the pit lane. Oh, it's not loading the target livery up. So there we go. We are well off the pace. As I say, we're not running the best of setups, I feel. There's definitely more time to be had. Oh, I just thought why we might be struggling a little bit on CPU, because I've still got the user interface open. Right, let's get that off. 1 minute 40 to go before the start of this one. So we'll have Nigel will come in, I think, on pole position. So Mick Grieve has just gone quickest, 133.360. There's a couple of drivers in this lobby that I can tell that we raced against. I think it was last night. But we're in the top half of the grid, so we'll just try and keep ourselves clean through the first couple of corners. Yeah. As you can see, we haven't got a setup for Gilles Villeneuve. We have a setup for Interlagos. Man most prepared for iRacing takes on the world and loses. Just under 25 seconds to go before the end of this qualifying session. There's a couple of drivers still coming over the line, I can see. I'm just going to move my timing screen a little bit to the right. Top half finish, and this would be good, or call it top 20.
1 lap to green. Line up on the left side. Pit road is closed right now.
It's quite a short run as well on the warm-up. Channel your inner Lacey. We're in the wrong car for that. I need to be in one of those up front to channel our inner Lacey. 45 minutes then, and we are just going to try and survive. We're not going to try and do anything other than that. Full tank of fuel. It'll need a short splash and dash. We were about how many pits were we sat in the pits having repair? How many laps were we sat in the pits having repairs? Probably about 4. I think we were about 5 laps short on fuel last night. This is the feature racer if you're watching live, or if you're watching back here on the Double Dash Motorsport Media channel. IMSA Championship round, Circuit Gilles Villeneuve here in the Corvette. Pretty much everyone is in a GTE car of some form or other. We have 12 Corvettes out there, of which we are the 6th of them. 15 seconds to go before race formation lap starts, I should say. Yeah, absolutely right, Michael. Absolutely right. And not that much fuel either. Let's go with that, just to be safe. Including if we bin it, which is likely.
Catch the 4 car. Catch the 24 car. Catch the 6 car.
With not much of a warm-up as well.
Catch the 30 car.
Brakes are going to be...
About to go green. Stay focused.
I'm trying to get into...
Catch the 30 car. The pace car is off. Be ready. Catch the 30 car. Green flag. Green flag.
That's an awful point to have a green flag go. Or is it? Because everything's actually spread out a little bit. Here we go then, 45 minutes. Everyone nice and sensible into turn 1. Good to see.
You got a slow car on the left.
Someone has binned it.
You got a slow car on the right. Go left.
Okay. Someone doesn't know how to get on the brakes.
Slow car ahead. Car stopped on the right. Car stopped on the right. Car stopped on the right. Slow car ahead. Car stopped ahead. Go right. Slow car ahead. Left side. Go right. Clear
Oh
on the
my
left.
word.
Car on your left. Clear. Left side. Clear.
So much chaos on that one. We're in 14th at the moment. We have survived lap 1. got further than we went last night.
You got a slow car on the left. You got a slow car on the left.
Tyres still not up to temperature.
Right
We've got
side.
Ferrari on our inside.
Stay on the left. Still there. Clear on the right. Right side. Clear.
He Lieberhallsed himself up. In fact, no, he survived. My God, you braked early.
Car right. Still there. You're on the left. 3 wide. Right side. 2 wide.
And he's spun.
Clear. Go left.
He brakes really early. That caught me out a bit.
Car right. Clear.
I'm being attacked by Ferraris everywhere.
Still there. Hold your line. Keep to the left. Clear. Car on your left. Clear on the left.
White Ferrari seems quite quick, so that's doesn't concern me too much that he's pulling away. Ferrari is so quick out the corners.
Left side.
Oh, I've got my gearing wrong.
Still there. Hold your line. Clear.
It's probably me with the gearing. I haven't done the proper mapping of it yet. Whoa, we've lost it. And we're broken. Yeah, we've got damage. Damn it. That's the problem with the Corvette that I find. It's on your corner exit where sometimes it just goes, nope, and goes on you. Apologies to the guy. That was unfortunate. It's going to leave us with a lengthy repair then. I think a number of others got caught up in that as well. Where are our front wheels pointing at the moment? That was a shame though, because we had an okay start. Front left looks a little bit battered. We go for fuel now? I think we do go for fuel now, don't we? Might just get us to the end of the race. If we go for fuel now. Yeah, now it goes in. Oh, 10 minutes of repairs. Oh no. We're going to be here for a while, folks. Because we're going to be here for a while, let's have a watch of what's out there on the circuit. Here's Sam Dolan. He's currently in 7th place. There's actually a good scrap going on here. Thomas Rogers in there in the white Ferrari. Brandon Vogt in the blue and orange Corvette. And they're all behind Eduardo Pobletti, currently racing for 5th place. Lapping in 37s at the moment, these drivers. Who have we got out front though? Julian Burdick is currently in 4th place. Jose Luis Perez Henarez in 2nd. Ben Wong there in 2nd place in the Corvette. Aldo Luckerman though is your leader and is already starting to close in on some traffic. Matt Nedev had a connection issue earlier in the race. You could see he's back out there circulating. He's currently in 33rd place. That's the leader go through. Oh, was off the road there was Petri Toivonen in his BMW, and it looks like his BMW's had some damage as well. Battle for 5th place still raging on. It's now almost a 5-car battle. Aaron Gentry is joining in on the fun on this one. You can see that US Navy livery out there on Brandon Vogt's car as well, especially at this time of year where we remember all the sacrifices of the troops. Good representation from him. I spotted that livery earlier on Trading Paint, so good to see it out there. What's our damage looking like? 7 minutes of repairs. If you're wondering why aren't you going out now, Andrew, it's because I've had this before where if I don't do the optional repairs, I go out there and discover that my steering is bent. And you're not really meant to reverse in the pit lane. We are currently still in 29th position, so there's been a number of other drivers who've had incidents in this race, not just ourselves. In fact, we've had 3 minutes.
All clear, punch it.
No, steering's not straight. I like to do this. Nope. may go for a very slow lap here. I don't think the steering is straight. No, it is not. Quicker to drive around. Whoa, game is throwing me off the road. Yeah, this hasn't been the way we want to finish this one. Well, this one's gone properly badly wrong, guys. I'm probably going to wrap the stream up here. It's been a good tester of the systems, at least. But yeah, it's not quite gone the way that we would have wanted in this race. But thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. As I say, we'll be back on Tuesday with some coverage from